Hi, I'm Penny Naylor, and I've been investigating what is happening to the world population of honeybees. Honeybees produce honey and other related products, but of critical importance is the role they play in pollinating many of the world's food crops. They accomplish this by transferring pollen stuck on the underside of their body to other plants. At a time when the world population and demand for food is increasing, the world population of honeybees is decreasing. A decline in honeybee numbers combined with a growing world population may equal a future food shortage. What's going on here? There are a number of factors contributing to the decline of honeybees, the most significant of which appears to be the infestation of honeybees with the parasite Varroa mite. This mite quickly infests the colonies of honeybees, resulting in dead or deformed offspring. Without the intervention of beekeepers, entire bee colonies can be wiped out in as little as 8 months. Australia's relative isolation has meant that this mite has not yet infested our country. However, experts agree that an invasion should be anticipated and prepared for. The very farmers who rely so heavily upon the honeybees may also be responsible for the decreasing honeybee population. Major pesticides that are sprayed on crops are suspected of having harmful effects on honeybees. One such pesticide, fipronil, has been banned in France, however is still readily available in the USA in over 50 products, ranging from pet care products to agricultural pesticides. Pesticides such as fipronil significantly reduce the motor, sensory and cognitive functions of honeybees. The clearing of land for development means that native plants that honeybees rely on for food and shelter are being lost. This is a catch-22. As demand for food grows, more land is cleared for agricultural production. However, without a natural habitat, the honeybees won't stick around to pollinate the crops. This situation is likely to worsen as honeybees leave rural areas due to the toxic levels of pesticides, only to encounter limited habitats in urban areas. The flow-on effect of a reduced honeybee population on our food crops will be experienced worldwide. Honeybees are estimated as being responsible for pollinating up to 70% of the world's foods, which provide over 90% of the world's nutritional needs. Taking into account the fact that honeybees pollinate the grasses of grazing animals such as cows and sheep, without bees, the world's food bowl could shrink to as little as fish and some grains. Not great news for our growing population, but there are some possible solutions. On a global level, the Varroa mite needs to be contained and eradicated. New organic controls are having some success with this, and Australia needs to strengthen and maintain our line of defence against this parasite. Funding into seeking alternative bee-friendly pesticides needs to be provided worldwide. On a community level, the beekeepers need to be educated about how to safeguard their colonies against the Varroa mite. In cities such as Paris or Toronto, the local governments are sustaining bees by providing native gardens in urban areas. Local government could also stipulate that strips of native vegetation be a compulsory developmental planning regulation, so as to provide native bees with natural habitats. On an individual level, we can ensure that we have a variety of flowering native plants in our gardens, or even keep a beehive ourselves. Products containing the known bee killer fipronil can be avoided, and local, state and national governments campaign to do the same. I have learnt a lot during the course of this inquiry. Despite being an avid honey lover and aware that the world honeybees were under threat, I had no idea as to what is causing their numbers to drop, or just how reliant the world's food crops are on the humble honeybee. I now have a good understanding of the threats faced by the honeybee, and better yet, have some actions that I can undertake to try and help their population grow again. Gotta go, need to get some native bushes planted in my garden.